Hey guys, welcome back to Zatu. I'm Zane, and again I'm joined by our lovely work colleague, Sophie.
Hi!
And today we're going to be looking at the unboxing of Survive. Now this is a game that I have absolutely no idea about. So Sophie's going to talk me through it, and if you guys are in the same position that I'm in or want to know more, hopefully she can educate you too.
Let's hope. Shall I go ahead and open it?
Yes, while you're opening, why don't you tell us a bit about the game?
Well, as you see on the front, suspense, adventure, thrills. What more could you want? The idea is that the board is the sinking island of Atlantis, and you have your little meeples on the island, and each turn a piece of the island disappears, and you've got to get your meeples to the corners of the board, which are the safe zones.
Okay.
And trying to avoid getting eaten by sharks and sea serpents.
Hence the name of the game, Survive.
Yeah. So
what first we got.
it's the rules.
Okay. So for someone who hasn't played this game before, the rules, a few pages there. I think it's about 5 or 6 pages of rules. So it doesn't seem too complicated. There's a little sort of reference at the back, which is quite nice.
And as you can see, like the rules, there's not like pages and pages. It's like quite small text, like chunks of text. It's not like paragraphs of rules. It's quite simple to learn. This is the board.
Very blue.
Very blue. And there's not a lot on it initially.
Oh wow! So it's quite a small board into a lot of the other boards we've looked at.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'll hold this up so we can have a look.
And these are essentially the main board pieces, little hex tokens. Stick the board down and I'll show you how it works.
Thank you.
There are kind of 2 ways of playing it. You could, I think in the rules it says start with like all the rocks in the middle, so you build up this island.
Okay.
But when I play it, we like to do it randomly, so there can be rocks anywhere.
Okay.
And you basically construct the island out of all the tiles. You don't know what's on the bottom of them. And you make the whole island from this. So you've got forest tiles, sand tiles, and the rocks. There's like a border around here which designates the edge of the island. So at the beginning, all the island spaces are full up.
And one thing I noticed, sorry, is the thickness. The rock tiles are a lot are thicker, and then you've got the forest tiles, and then you've got the sand tiles.
So these are higher ground. These are safer to be on because obviously the sand will sink first, then the forest, and then the mountain rocks. On the underside, you've got actions. So,
okay.
As every go, a tile will disappear, and you get to action what's underneath. These are my favourite meeples in the world. Little whales, little blue wooden whales. Oh, sorry.
That.
And little shark fins. Dun 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 dun. And the sea serpents. The sea serpents start on the token from the squares that have the sea serpents on.
Okay.
There's one in the middle of the island as well. Sea serpents will kill anybody. Whales will kill your boats, and sharks will kill your people that are swimming in the water. And these are the people. They're basically meeple shaped.
The meeple people.
Meeple people, yeah.
Oh, they got numbers on the bottom too.
Yeah, so what I love about this game is when you place your people down at the beginning, once you've built the whole island set up,
okay,
and you place your people down at the beginning, it's secret. You don't know this is the score that they're worth. So like this guy's worth 2, this guy's worth 6.
Well, okay.
But you're not allowed after you place them to like look on underneath.
So when you place them, do you know what they're worth?
You do know because you know which ones you put down, but you might forget. And even if they're dead, you're not allowed to look at them, so you don't actually know what your score is until the end of the game. Okay. Which is great. I always forget where my big 6 pointers are. And the idea is you've got nice little wooden boats.
Okay.
Each turn you get 3 moves. So your move can be like 1, 2, 3 into a boat.
So you can move from one tile to another onto the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And boats then can also do 1, 2, 3.
And each place being one of the
hexes, yeah. And after you move, you get to take a tile. If you have to take the sand ones first. If there's a guy, an enemy guy, sat on the tile, and you take that tile, the guy is now swimming in the water. And if this card happens to be a shark, they get eaten, which is hilarious. The shark eats them up. The green ones make things appear like sharks or whales. That's the whale one. That's the shark one.
So if on the tile there, if your enemy or counterpart is in the water and you get and that's a whale token, what happens?
Nothing. The whales eat boats, so he can just swim there with the whale.
Okay.
But if he was in a boat, the boat would like die.
Okay.
And then he'd be drowning a little bit. And the game.
I must say the shark one underneath does look a bit ferocious. Just to add to that, you got a little fishy underneath, and it looks scared to death.
I like to play the Jaws theme tune.
Wow, it's great.
This game. Some of the green ones are whirlpools, which sort of, if this token was revealed and it was the whirlpool, everything around it would get sucked in, so like these would be removed from the board. They'd
would
die.
Parts of the land be removed as well?
Not the land,
okay.
They're not that strong. Yeah, and then eventually you get to the rocks, and one of the rocks is a volcano, which is the end of the game.
Game over.
And everybody left that isn't on one of the corners dies. And then you get the canopy points.
Okay, so I get how the game works. You got all your people around, and the aim of the game is to get as many people from on the island to the safety corners.
Yeah.
And the people that do end up there, you count up the scores of each one, and whoever has the most wins.
Yeah, basically. It's fun because you can sort of target with the sharks and things who you dislike the most, which is fun. After you take a tile, I forgot to mention, you roll the dice, which allows, if it's a whale gets to move, it says on the side here, up to 3 spaces, and whales kill boats. If it's a shark, they can move up to 2 spaces, and you can like swim them into your enemies and kill them. And all the sea serpents, which can only move 1, but they just destroy everything. They're amazing.
So the sea serpent component of the game, how would you bring that in? Because if you can only move them 1, I can see how they're guarding. Each serpent is guarding each corner, each safe corner.
Yeah.
So you got to try and make sure that you.
So if like one guy was here, your enemy, for example, you might want to move. If you roll a sea serpent, you might want to move him there, so it's harder for him to get home.
Okay.
And if you're playing with more people, the next person might then roll it again and then eat your guy, which is great. You can sort of gang up a little bit on people. It's
I think we're seeing a different side to you today, Sophie.
Also, one of my favourite tactics is whoever's got the most people in the boat controls it, but you can get on someone else's boat. So I like to hijack people's boats and then drive them into sea serpents, which is amazing when that happens.
Cause as much chaos as possible.
Yeah. And I'll sacrifice a 1-pointer for the sake of killing some other people. That's fine.
But then that means you need to know that the person you're moving is a low point.
Yeah,
if it's a person worth 6.
You might accidentally end up killing your 6-point guy, which is sad. Don't do that.
Is it quite a quick game to play?
I'd say about half an hour. I don't know, what does the box say? The box says 45 minutes. You can play it quicker than that. It just depends on who you play it with, really.
Well, I must say, it's a game that I haven't played yet, but you do describe it very well.
Thanks.
It's one that I think I'll have a go at.
It is only up to 4 players, and I've played it with 2 players. It doesn't really work that well with 2 players, I don't think. So 3 or 4 players is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, also, the box is really great for storing all your tiles and storing your dice and little bits for you guys.
I have a feeling this is going to become a thing. Every single video, the box insert
I
gets
think the Mitch will like this box. I don't know if he's played this game, but he would like this box.
I don't know. I don't think this would be kind of elemental game that he would probably enjoy, but I think he would like the box element.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a video about box inserts. Well, Sophie, I really appreciate you showing me the game today. Like, for you as a seasoned player of Survive, do you have sort of any tips for people when they get into the game?
Remember where your points are. That's
Yeah, don't
That's a good
sacrifice your 6 points in the
By
sake of
accident.
taking somebody else out.
yeah, and there are also some expansions for it that add extra elements, like porpoises. Porpoises? Yeah, like dolphins. They can swim your guys, and there's a squid one, and the giant squids. Those meeples are pretty cool. They're all arms. They can eat people from land. That's pretty great.
Okay.
Um,
Adding extra elements to the game.
yeah, I mean, I think it's great without the expansions anyway, but the expansions are quite cool too.
Just bringing extra mechanisms to the game, make them a bit more enjoyable.
Mm.
Well, that's great. Oh, thank you, Sophie, for showing this today and
No props.
for showing our viewers. Hopefully, if you haven't played the game like I have, you'll, after this, be wanting to play it. And the game is available on our website, so don't forget to get that after you finish watching this. And thank you again, Sophie. And if you haven't done so, guys, please subscribe to our channel. We do have some very good content videos on there, like this one. There are some others with Sophie there, like our Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, Ticket to
She
Ride.
is our work enthusiast on the Ticket to Rides.
I do like Ticket to Ride.
It's a good game. And of course, please like this video and share it with your friends. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks very much for watching.